Hello friends, what is environment? Environment is the surrounding in which a person, plants and animals live together. For a healthy survival, we all depend on a healthy ecosystem, and all the creatures living on the earth are interdependent on each other. All living things and non-living things are connected to each other like the blood which unites one family. All of us are connected. So June 5th is observed as World Environment Day every year. Since 1974, the World Environment Day is hosted by a different country in which official celebrations take place. In 1974, the World Environment Day was hosted by the country US, United States, and the theme taken up that year was Only One Earth. In the year 2020, the World Environment Day was hosted by the country Colombia in collaboration with Germany, and the theme was Time for Nature. This year 2021, the World Environment Day is hosted by the country Pakistan, and the theme taken up is Ecosystem Restoration. World Environment Day aims to inspire more people than ever before to take up action to prevent the growing strain on the planet Earth's natural ecosystem. Be a part of the solution, not a part of the pollution, is what I believe. Here, in this video, I'm going to talk about very easy and simple activities that we can take up and play our part in restoring ecosystem. Restoring ecosystem carries substantial benefits for the people. Restoration also creates jobs in rural areas where they are most needed. Let's learn what are the 10 activities we can take up one by one. Activity is homemade bird feeders. We know all the birds travel from one place to another and they take up seeds, and when they eat the seeds and through their droppings they disperse the seeds in various places. So they act as seed dispersal. And then they also control the pests. They eat away the locusts and worms from the fields, from the plants, and they protect the plants from the pests. They also help in pollinating the plants. They also act as nature's cleanup crew and many more. So don't you think birds are very important and very beneficial to our nature? And so we need to take care of the birds. For this, you can make a homemade bird feeders. For this, what you have to do is you just have to take a bowl and then make 4 holes in the 4 direct corners and then tie strings to it, and this is a bird feeder. And then now these bowls you can hang it to a tree, you can keep it on the terrace or in your balcony, and in these bowls you can put some grains, and another bowl you can put some water in it, so that the birds come, they eat away your grains, and then through their droppings they also disperse your seeds. So this is how you can also feed the birds and also help the birds. Next, we should take up the second activity. The second activity is plastic bottle planter. What are plastic bottle planters? You all have many plastic bottles at home, and then you just throw away outside, which causes a great waste is produced, and then it cannot be recycled, it cannot be biodegraded also. So such type of water bottles, what you can do is you can just cut them into a shape like a pots, like flower pots, and then what you can do is you can paint them so that it is very decorative. Put mud into it, put some soil into it, put few seeds into it, and those will sprout up. You can decorate your balconies, and then you can also make a kitchen garden for yourself. So this is how you can make use of the plastic bottles. Now let's see what is the third activity I have brought for you. The third activity is compost cups. Composting is the nature's way of recycling things into soil. At home, there's a lot of waste, that is the fruit peels, the vegetable peels, which you all throw away into the garbage bin. What you can do is you can take a big huge cup, or if you are staying somewhere ground floor, if you have some space, you can dig a hole of nearly 3 to 4 feet, and then you can put some soil into it. Whatever the vegetable peels and the fruit peels you have at home, you can just put them into this and then cover it with soil and leave it for 3 to 4 months. It will turn into compost, and this compost you can use it for your garden. This is how you can dispose the waste and then turn this waste into compost and help in replenishing the soil. The fourth activity is the eggshell planters. What are eggshell planters? You can just take eggshells. You all eat eggs, no? Now after taking out the internal part of it, the eggshell can be taken. Just poke a small hole at the bottom, and your eggshell is ready. Now you pour some plant mix into it, put some seeds into it, and pour some water into it, and now place these eggshells in a sunny spot. You will find that after some days it will sprout into new plants. Now these eggshells, they are filled actually with calcium, and which is very very essential for plants to develop a strong cellular structure, and this is a very eco-friendly way to grow your garden. So when the seedlings are big enough, you can just plant the cells directly into the soil. Next, let us see what is the fifth activity. The fifth activity that I have brought to you is eco-friendly and versatile paper clay. What is eco-friendly and versatile paper clay? Oh, this is nothing but you can just take newspapers which are at home and then just shred it out. Shred the newspapers as it is shown in the figure there. Shred them into small pieces. Now take this shredded paper in a bowl and then pour some hot water into it. When you pour some hot water or warm water into it and leave it overnight, the next morning it becomes very soft. Now you just squeeze out these shredded papers and remove the extra water. After removing the extra water, add some flour, then add some salt into it and mix it very well, and then mash it very nicely. And with a blender, or you can use a mixie also to mash it well, and then mash it very well so that it becomes like a clay. And this clay you can enjoy, all the children can enjoy at home, making many different sculptures, or you can make many different toys with this clay, and you can enjoy playing with this clay. The next activity is a very interesting activity. You all will love it. This is nothing but the plant a tree. So this is the monsoons are coming up. We all can plant a tree. Each child or each person can plant a tree on his name. You can plant even small plants or even trees. Trees, they are very very good. They give us shade, they give us oxygen, and they also are responsible for rainfall. So you can plant big trees like the peepal tree, neem tree, mango tree, gulma tree, acacia tree, banyan tree. All these are the big trees. So you can just plant this tree, and it is not simply planting the saplings. It is for you to nurture these plants. You have to see that as you grow up, the plants also growing up, because when you plant the trees, every time there is a danger of the rodents coming up and eating up the phloem or the bark of the plant, and the plant may not grow. So it is for you to, once you have planted the plant, and for at least few years, you have to take care of the plant. You have to protect the plant from the rodents and see the plant growing up. As you grow up, the plants also grow up, and then these will be very very beneficial for not only you, for everybody on this planet. So you are doing a very very noble service to the ecosystem. You also have observed that this is a pandemic season, and now during the second wave, how people are suffering with lack of oxygen. Due to lack of oxygen, many people are losing their lives. So you can plant a tree, and these trees will give up plenty of oxygen, and then you can even restore the environment and the ecosystem, and also save your own lives. The next activity, let's look up what it is. So the next activity for you I have brought is slogan writing. सांसें हो रही है कम, आओ पेड़ लगाएं हम. सांसें हो रही है कम, आओ पेड़ लगाएं हम. So these slogans can help people to protect the environment. They also build an awareness among the people or among the child that they should never step into the habit of exploiting the nature. So writing slogans is very, very useful for anybody, because it clicks their brain, it clicks their emotions, it clicks their mind. So with this, by writing slogans, you can also help and you can bring awareness among the people. So I want you to write at least 5 slogans, not only in Hindi, you can also write in English or any other in your mother tongue. Just write your slogans and place them in my comment box. Each one, I just would be very happy if you would write 2 to 5 slogans and then place it in my comment box. Then let's look into the next activity. So the next activity is reduce water usage. We all know that 70% of our earth is covered with water. But out of the 70% which is available, 97% is salt water. It is in the seas and in the oceans. What is left out is 3% water. Fresh water is only 3%. And out of the 3%, 2% is in the glaciers. It is in the form of ice. The left is 1%. This 1% is available to us in various forms, in the form of rivers, streams, lakes, underground water, and which we can use it for our daily use. So water is very precious. Though it is 1%, it is very, very enough for all the people living on the earth and even for our future generation. What you have to do is only you have to preserve this water for not only for us, but conserve this water for the future generation. So what you can do on your own part. So all the children, this pandemic, you are at home. So the children can do this. You can just close the taps and do not waste water when you're brushing your teeth. Just close the tap when you are taking showers. So do not waste water during that time, and then store the rainwater. As this is monsoon season, the rainwater, you can store this rainwater. You can use it for cleaning your lawns, cleaning your vehicles and all this. So in this, these are very, very simple methods. And if there is any leaky taps or any leaky pipes, you just don't see that it is just leaking away. Just repair those, see that it is repaired, and then you conserve water. So this tiny small things what you do can help in preserving water for your future and even for this generation. Let's look into the 9th activity. Oh, the 9th activity which I have brought to you is reduce old clothes. What you can do is, the old clothes, usually most of the people, they donate it to people. But there are some clothes which cannot be donated. What can you do? You can just make some, you can go into the DIY apps, and there into DIY you can find many things which you can do with the old clothes which cannot be donated. I have done 2 things. You can see doormats. This I have done at home with the old saris. I've just taken the old saris and made such type of mats. And in another family, I have seen people making bean bags. What they have done is, they have taken the old clothes, they have cut into shredded them into small pieces, and then they have made a small pouch, filled all those pieces into the pouch, and then sealed the opening. And this becomes these bean bags, or where they can sit on it, and they can even, instead of buying those plastic stools, you can make such type of stools, and then you can sit on it, and then you can also make use of the clothes which cannot be donated. And not only this, I have just suggested 2 ways. You can do many things out of these old clothes, and do not throw them into the outside surroundings, which can cause a lot of waste, and it has to be biodegraded and all that. So you can play your own part in managing the waste. Let's see what is the next activity for you. Oh, the next activity is collage making. Collage making is a wonderful activity for kids. Children can take, it's a visual representation. What they can do is, they can just take a theme, like you can take protecting the endangered species, or protecting your ecosystem, or protecting the plants. So you can just take any theme And then what you can do is take the newspaper cuttings, magazine cuttings, or any colored papers what you have made. You can make it into different shapes, put them on a paper, and then with a theme you can make a collage making and make it meaningful, which is related to environment. So this is a very beautiful and very wonderful activity for the children, which will improve also their motor skills, also creates awareness among the children, so that they know about the environment, and they will in future they will play a part in restoring the ecosystem. Hope you have enjoyed, or you have seen and you have known about the 10 activities which I have given to you. So even doing something very small can make a big difference. So be a part of the solution, not part of pollution. So let's play our role, a part in restoring the ecosystem. So if you have done, the children, if you have done something, any of these activities, you can take the pic of them. If you have written slogans, if you have made a collage, take a pic of them and then put it in my comment box. And then in the next video, I shall applaud you for your great awareness that you have brought to the people and your role in restoring the ecosystem. Thank you, friends.